Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will likely talk big and make bold promises, but you should not expect him to go very far in his career. He likes to show confidence and charm, but he doesn't have the patience or determination to stick to hard work or to keep things organized for the long haul. When faced with challenges, he may get upset, blame others, or simply move on to the next shiny idea instead of seeing things through.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he gets upset quickly and may react strongly. He could yell, argue, or blame others for the problem. Instead of quietly dealing with setbacks, he tends to let his emotions get the better of him. He finds it hard to keep calm or learn from mistakes.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People might find him polite on the surface and he can charm others with his enthusiasm, but underneath, it's easy for him to get into arguments. He stands his ground and insists his way is best, even if it upsets others. Respect from others will be limited as people will see him as difficult to work with.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your own career, he may not react with true pride or happiness for you. Instead, he's likely to feel uncomfortable or even jealous because he likes being in control and having the spotlight. You deserve a partner who cheers for you genuinely. Just know with him, you might not get that.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's very likely to feel resentful or insecure, even if he doesn't say it openly. He wants to feel important and in charge. So, your financial success might hurt his pride. This kind of jealousy isn't about you, it's his own struggle.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not careful with money and is more likely to spend without much thought. He loves excitement and will buy things that catch his eye even if they aren't necessary. This can lead to money troubles or arguments about spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often pretends to be richer than he really is. He likes to impress others and may spend money on flashy things or experiences, even if his earnings don't match his lifestyle. Be cautious, he values appearances, sometimes at the cost of real security.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He may appear open handed when it comes to spending on fun or things that make him look good, but true kindness, especially the kind that thinks of others' needs or feelings, doesn't come naturally to him. He might buy gifts or treat people when it suits him, but he isn't genuinely generous or caring deep down. When someone needs real help or support, he tends to think about himself first.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. He prefers to handle things his way and may not share the full picture with you, especially if he feels threatened or judged. He likes to stay in control and doesn't easily invite you into joint decisions about spending or saving.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is mainly your job and may not see it as something to share fairly. He wants things his way and doesn't usually go out of his way to help or consider what you need. You deserve real teamwork at home, not just empty words.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to stand by and supervise rather than actually get his hands dirty with chores or diapers. If he does help, it may be with a lot of instructions or criticism, making it feel like you're being managed instead of supported. He prefers to keep control and have things his way, so chances are he will watch or comment rather than jump in and share the load.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues to prove he's right without really trying to understand your side. Even if you calmly explain your feelings, he tends to talk over you or twist things to show he's not at fault. Real understanding and compromise are hard to expect from him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He can lose his temper quickly and may shout, criticize harshly, or use sharp words that sting. Sometimes his anger can feel overwhelming or even frightening.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. His anger can be loud and scary with harsh words or actions that leave you hurt and confused. No one deserves to feel unsafe or nervous at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take real responsibility for his actions. Instead, he often blames you or something else when things go wrong, even if it's clearly his fault. Waiting for a heartfelt apology from him will leave you disappointed.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to push against your boundaries and may not fully respect it when you say no. He likes to be in control and can be aggressive when he wants something, making it hard for you to stand your ground. Instead of listening and backing off, he might insist, argue, or try to guilt you into changing your mind. This is a serious concern because a good partner always respects your limits and feelings.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who often takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may act upset, make you feel guilty, or pressure you to change your mind. He sees your no as rejection of him rather than respecting your boundaries or mood.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With this man, you may not always feel safe trusting him to handle private moments with care. When angry or wanting to win an argument, he might bring up things you shared in confidence or even use those moments to make you feel small or embarrassed. Respect for your feelings and privacy isn't his strength, especially when he feels challenged.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may struggle to stay truly faithful. His need for excitement and attention, along with caring more about himself than about your feelings, means he might flirt or seek out other connections, especially when things aren't perfect between you. Trust can become a big problem in this relationship as he may not see loyalty the same way you do.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be overpossessive, often acting jealous, controlling, and suspicious. He likes to keep close watch over you and make question who you talk to, where you go, or even how you dress. This kind of behavior can get worse over time and hurt your confidence and happiness.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like being protective is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he's looking out for you, but in truth, he wants things his way and struggles to trust your choices. True protection builds you up, control pushes you down.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. Taking care of the kids, handling problems, and dealing with daily routines will often be left to you while he stays on the sidelines or only steps in for special occasions. He doesn't easily see parenting as something to share and may act like helping out is doing you a favor rather than his responsibility.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is more likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. He reacts quickly and strongly, sometimes with yelling or harsh words, instead of talking things through with patience. This can make children feel scared, nervous, or unsure of themselves after mistakes.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. He tends to focus on what he wants, making it hard for you to have space for your career, hobbies, or self care. Instead of lifting you up, he might expect you to put his needs and family jobs first.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career today, but could later pressure you to quit after having a child. His support isn't always steady or genuine, and he likes things done his way. You deserve lasting encouragement. Someone who stands by your dreams at every stage of life.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface with your parents rather than showing genuine warmth and care. He knows how to say the right things and behave courteously when needed, but deep down, he doesn't go out of his way to build a real connection or show heartfelt respect. His actions may feel formal or distant, and if there are disagreements, his politeness can slip into sharpness or frustration. He is more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than trying to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. Instead of trying to ease the tension or find a peaceful solution, he may react with impatience, sharp words, or even an argument. His quick temper and need to control things can turn small problems into big ones.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern and easygoing with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he could let you be yourself, but around his family, he's likely to want you to dress, behave, and follow customs just the way they expect. This can be tiring and confusing, so it's important to know what you're walking into.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with them rather than openly supporting you. He doesn't want to risk his comfort or the peace in his family, so you might find him silent or agreeing with their point of view instead of backing you up. This can leave you feeling alone, especially when you need someone to speak up for you or help settle things.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He does show signs of being a mummy's boy, meaning his loyalty often lies with his mother, especially during conflicts. In tough situations, he is more likely to protect his mother's feelings and follow her wishes instead of considering your side. Even if you are right, he may avoid standing up for you, hoping to keep peace at home.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He turns to them for advice or support, even about issues that should stay between a husband and wife. In a healthy partnership, what happens between you should stay between you unless you both agree to share.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel like walking on eggshells. His mood changes quickly. Some days he's full of energy and fun, but often he's short tempered and wants everything his way.